Alright, this is the night before my first day of teaching. Gonna be getting up bright and early. First class is gonna be at 8:15, and then I'm teaching English 1 and 2, so first and second grade. Very young learners, like ages 5 and 6. And then I'm also doing 5th grade math. And they said that we'd possibly be doing that, so we'll see how that goes. And actually, I'm ending up covering a teacher's shift already. First 2 days I'm going to be covering a teacher who wasn't able to get back in time. So I'm going to be doing 6th grade and 3rd grade English. So we'll see how that goes. As far as thoughts and impressions, to be honest, it's a mess. I mean, I don't want to be too harsh, but and they even warned us about this, where to expect, like, you know, when you're doing this stuff in China and just teaching in any foreign country, you gotta kind of roll with the punches and expect it to change at any given second, and that has proven to be very true. Got to the teaching site, and Gloria, the main teacher who's kind of overseeing us, handed us a schedule which was very different from what we expected. It's not hour-wise it's the same, but structure-wise it's very different. There's these things they're doing, these transitions they call them, where we're apparently going to stay in the room and they're going to bring different students to us. So instead of, like, you know, it seemingly looks like 2 classes, but it's actually in fact 4. And they're flipping them back and forth, and so we had a bit of trouble between me, Rob, and Chris, the other teacher who was there at the time, kind of coordinating between us. And then when we got back to Bond, this was all news to them, because there's apparently another team there already. I don't want to guess what it is. It's another, like, 3-letter acronym of 10, 12 other teachers who have been there already for about several days, and they have their own kind of structure, and they apparently want me to adhere to that structure, but Bond is saying I can't. So they had to call each other and kind of, they're still sorting that out somewhat. They basically said just kind of roll with it the first day, and they're gonna kind of try and coordinate between themselves, I suppose. The teachers also who are there already, they brought their own supplies, and we can't use those apparently, which is kind of strange and makes it somewhat difficult for us because we're teaching such young learners. And, you know, so games are a huge part of the curriculum, yet in the office there's all these, like, plethora of toys and this and that and all these miscellaneous things, but we can't use them. All we seem to have at the moment are paper and scissors, some colored paper. But Gloria said, like, if we ask for whatever we need, like, you know, the day before, they'll try their best to get it to us. So that should be okay as long as we prepare beforehand. What else? Like I said, there's already some confusion between the parties. So, but like I said, we were warned about this. It's not unexpected, but somewhat frustrating, to say the least. I'm still not 100% sure what exactly I'm teaching tomorrow. I formulated a little lesson plan, but there seems to be a lot of room to kind of move around in the space as far as teaching goes, which can be a good thing, I suppose, that there's some kind of freedom to move around. Let me see. Any other thoughts I have? Very nervous. To be honest, I'm very nervous. I don't have any, like, I've trained before. I've had training positions at jobs, you know, training new employees coming in, but I've never been in a actual, you know, educational classroom setting in front of students, young learners. So this will be the first time, and it's definitely a trial by fire situation. So I'll be doing another entry after the first day of teaching, and we will see how I do. They're going to have Joanna and some other people watching us tomorrow to kind of help us along, so we're not going to be on our own. At least I won't. So that's somewhat reassuring that we're not completely being thrust into the middle of the classroom fending for ourselves. But like I said, I'll have my thoughts tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes.